What up? What up? What up? What's going on? How is everybody doing tonight? Monday night, Mr. Bass live. What's going on? Crazy. Well, part of what I'm doing is, of course, I missed last night. No, it's not a premiere. It's a live stream, Matthew. Hey, George, how's it going? I do a ton of these subscription unboxings every month. And I think what I'm going to do for a while and just see how you guys like it is I'm going to do a live stream unboxing of these. And we can chat a little bit, it doesn't have to be so formal. And then if you want to go back and watch it, you can always go back and watch it later. But just cranking out unboxing after unboxing every month gets kind of dull for me. Maybe for you guys too. And so the live stream deal doesn't have to be super long in case you're busy and you don't want to be on a live stream all night. But I can also show you what's been going on. Chops Bearded in the house, man. Hadn't seen you on in a long time, buddy. So, Bass Baits Monthly. You guys know I like this box quite a bit. My buddy Steve Chapman likes this box quite a bit. It's a pretty good deal for $35 a month, I think, roughly. Now, I think they do charge you shipping on top of that. I need to go back and verify that, but I'm pretty sure they charge you like about $5 shipping as well, so you got to pay for that. Good deal, Chops. I'm glad you made it, man. Justin and Frank, how's it going? But one thing you'll notice about the Bass Baits Monthly people, I don't even know who they are. I know they're out of California. I know nothing about them. Where, like you take like Monster Bass, we all know all kinds of stuff about Monster Bass. We know Rick. A lot of us know Rafi. We know a ton of the pro staff. We see them on social media all the time. We see those guys all the time. Same with the Monster Bass. Same with Mystery Tackle Box. These guys, I don't even know if there's a real person behind them. I don't know who they are. But there's good stuff in this box. Every month, really good stuff. And this month is no different. For example, chatterbait. Now, this is the original basic chatterbait. It's not a jackhammer, but we all know the chatterbait works. It catches fish. This is a real, legitimate lure. And it is worth the money, man. It is worth the money. In fact, I broke down and wrote what each of these cost. So this is $4.99. That's what that's worth. $4.99. Then look at this. Lucky Craft. Lucky Craft. Top of the line, man. These guys are top of the line. They don't do anything halfway. And this is the Lightning Pointer 98 XR. It's a 4-inch jerk bait, slow sinking jerk bait. Look at the color patterns on these Lucky Craft lures, though, man. They're frigging awesome. Lucky Craft, I love Lucky Craft. It's one of my favorite brands out there. This is a cool color. This is a live threadfin shad. So think about the time of year. We're going into fall fishing, and what have I been saying over and over in my videos in the fall? The bass are chasing shad. The shad are schooling. The shad are moving shallow up into pockets and creek channels and that kind of stuff. So what's the number one kind of bait you should be throwing in the fall? baits that mimic the shad, right? So, does a white chatterbait mimic shad? Absolutely it does. Does a Lucky Craft threadfin shad jerkbait mimic shad? Absolutely it does. It's like whoever puts Bass Baits Monthly together knows when we're fishing. Crazy. Another thing that works great in the fall, top waters. And what do they give you? A Spro Fat Papa Walker 130. This color is called the Deal. It's a shad, a sparkly shad color. Top water. Great fall lure. And this sucker's $13.99 at Tackle Warehouse. Just for that. Very, very nice lure. You're right, Frank. Hybrids and stripers will hit it as well. Matthew has 15 from Ollie's. Hey, that's great. Mystic Phoenix, how you doing, man? We don't have any Ollies around here. I know several of you guys that are always pushing Ollies, great deals at Ollies. We don't have them here. So that's 3 great lures, all that work perfect this time of year. What next? Yum dingers. Well, this is not a shad colored bait, but here's the other reality. You can't just throw shad patterns. I mean, that's a short window and then it's going to end. And a Cinco style bait works year round. So again, a very, very good bait. Yum dingers are pretty economical, so they didn't break the bank on this, but these are still good baits. And this is a good color. This is pumpkin pepper green flake. And here's something I want to get you guys. Let me know in the comments, how is the picture looking? Because I switched up cameras and I was going to show you one of these baits up close. I'm not going to tear this open though because it's a squirrely deal, but I'll show you another one up close. I'll take one of these out. Here's another great fall lure. In fact, if you're only going to throw one lure around shad in the fall, this might be the bait. The Fluke. And white pearl, of course, fantastic. All right, I'm going to take this one out of the package and see if you guys can see it, how well you can see it. How well can you see this? See, this is skinny. This is a great bait. Nose hook them on a mosquito hook. You're right, Frank. That would absolutely work great. Great fall lure. Good and clear so far. Okay, good. That's good. All right, this pack of Flukes is the cheapest thing in the box. $3, $2.99. Okay, they also give you a football jig. This is the Bass Patrol football jig. 3/8 ounce. This color is green pumpkin craw. I have never fished a Bass Patrol brand jig. Have any of you guys? What do you think of it? On Tackle Warehouse, this football jig is $3.19. The Backlasher. All right. Last thing in the box. Another Spro bait. I think you call this the Aruku Shad 60. They make this in several sizes. This is kind of the smallest size. They also make a junior size. This color is called Blue Shiner. Also a great lure to throw in the fall is a lipless crankbait. And this is a really good color here. Blue Shiner. I like that color a lot. 3/8 of an ounce. This is small, and this is actually good because a lot of those bait fish in the fall are tiny, small profile. So this would be a really good one to match the hatch. Rip it through the grass, as Frank says. Heck yeah. All right, that is, what's the price on that? $7.49. Okay, the other thing they do is they always give you a knot. How many of you tie a snell knot? How many of you fish with a snell knot? Anybody? 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 The only time I use a snell knot is for flipping hooks. And I've kind of gotten to where I don't even use them for flipping hooks very often. And the only thing I'd say that Bass Baits Monthly doesn't super shine on is their sticker. Their sticker's kind of boring. I've never seen like a really cool sticker in a Bass Baits Monthly box, but geez, who cares? These things, Bass Baits Monthly, they got it going on. Lipless, flukes, yum dingers, Lucky Craft Pointer XR, Fat Papa Walker, Bass Patrol, Chatterbait. So you pay about 35 bucks for that. Total retail value on Tackle Warehouse, $45.93, 46 bucks. So if you're going to fish with all that, pretty good deal. Pretty good deal, don't you think? What's the number one sub box for me? Huh. Good question. The problem with trying to pick the number one sub box is every month it changes. Some months, you know, one box will be just awesome. The next month, that same box won't be very good. So if you were to look at consistency overall, who's the most consistent with really the very best stuff every single month? It's probably Florida Tackle Club or this Bass Baits Monthly. Every single month, they don't disappoint. And then when you go down from there, then you've got the Monster Basses and the Mystery Tackle boxes and the Champions Club. They're kind of in that same general area. And then below that's the junk, you know, the Luckies and the Warriors. Those guys are terrible. Then there's specialty brands that are trying to focus on more custom-made stuff, like that Dark Horse tackle. I've got another one coming. It's in the mail. It should be here any day now. It's called Hendrix. And I'll probably do a live unboxing of that too. If you guys like the live unboxings better, I'll probably do a live unboxing for that Hendrix tackle box one. You know, and that kind of rounds it out. But it's kind of a personal thing. Yeah, 6 cents, Paul. I forgot about, and Leroy. The 6 cent Super 6 sacks are very, very good. And I really haven't had many 6 cent sacks I've been unhappy with, although I have one criticism of 6 cents, and that is they're kind of getting stale. They're giving us the same stuff over and over and over, and they've got way more variety, and for some reason they're not giving us a lot of variety. They're giving us the same old stuff every month. I don't need any more curve 55s. You know, I mean, there's just certain baits. I don't need any more stroker craws. I don't need any more uh, ring Ned Fry worms from those guys. They've got a ton of other lures that they don't ever put in the box for some reason, and I really think 6 Cents needs to they need to straighten out and share the love more. I've seriously thought about canceling my 6 Cents, both of my 6 Cent Super 6 sacks until they start adding more variety, because I've got so many of the same stuff over and over and over. Yeah, I think you're right, Frank. I think 6 Cents has gotten a little lazy on us. They need to start sharing some of that new stuff. Like, one thing they did for a while, which I liked, is when the Axis metal came out, they gave us one right away. And then for several months, they gave us an Axis metal every month. Now the Axis metals have gone away and they're back to their old stuff again. Quakes. I don't need any more Quakes, man. I got so many friggin' Quakes. They're great baits. They're wonderful, but you know, you can only throw so many. But high quality stuff. Although I saw one guy mention in the comments that they had a bunch of 6 Cents lures break on them. I was like, what? I've never heard of 6 Cents lures having quality problems ever. And I've never had any quality problems. They've always been perfect for me. So anyway, here's something I got in the mail too. I thought I'd show you guys since you're on. You guys know when I did the swim bait unboxing the other day, I had a JSJ big swim bait. I ordered a few other things from those guys. One is their topwater frogs. And they make a pretty cool looking topwater frog. It's real fat. And the legs are much wider. They call this thing the JX7. The JX7. I got some black ones and some white ones. Any of you guys ever fished with these before? What do you think? Supposed to be pretty tough, durable plastic. I like a kicking frog, and I saw these on their website, and I thought, man, I got to try those. Hey, Gregory, how you doing, man? All right, so I got some of those, and then I also got this. I've heard a lot about this, but I've never tried it. The Recoil Edition Pack Rat. The Pack Rat is designed to be fished on a bottom-weighted swim bait hook attached to the built-in screw lock. So let me take this out of the package, show you. This is the only color they had. I don't know if I would necessarily pick this color as my color. The Arc TB115 is the best walking topwater bait, in my opinion. I've caught so many fish on it. Really? All right, so if you notice, they have a built-in screw lock line tie here. And what they say is, put a weighted underbelly hook on this thing and fish it like that. It looks pretty realistic. It's got a pretty realistic looking tail, and then it's got the feet are big flopping feet. What do you think of that? This is called the Pack Rat by JSJ Baits, but it's apparently the JSJ Pack Rat is a subsurface swimming bait designed to imitate the tasty rodents that populate the lake shores. The pack rat can be fished in, around, on top of, and under just about anything with an enticing double foot kick and curl tail for lifelike swimming action. It's amazing how it darts through cover. It's made of super strong, super soft silicone with built-in screw lock, 5 inches long, lifelike action, sinking, weedless hook cavity, built-in screw lock, kick-ass take names, made in the U.S. by Josh St. John, JSJ Baits. So this sinks, which is different than a lot of topwater lures. So I don't know. I thought, I want to try it. So I guess I better put a hook in it and go try it. Okay, Greg, the frog is called the, gotta get the black one so I can see it. The frog is called the JX7. No idea why it's called that. Pretty wild, don't you think? I bet Big Muskie and Pike will kill it. Yeah, I bet they will too. Anyway, I think that's all I had to show you guys. I'm going to start doing these unboxings kind of live, I think. Be funner for me. Yeah. Oh, here's something else I got. I don't think I showed you guys. Anybody heard of 412 Bait Company? This is the Phase 4 spinnerbait. Look at that color. It's called Dreamsicle. Dreamsicle. It's definitely kind of goldish. Apparently, the smallmouth really like this color. So I bought a couple to try. Steve, no, these are not in my Bass Baits monthly box. This did not come in the Bass Baits one. I already went through that box first thing, knocked it out, and then I just started showing them some other stuff I've got laying around. I've never tried a 412 spinnerbait, but I thought I like a bait called a color called Dreamsicle. Dreamsicle is a cool enough name that I got to try one of them. So that's it. I really think that spinnerbaits are one of the best lures on the market that a lot of your buddies are not throwing anymore. Years ago, this is all we threw. This is it. Crankbaits and spinnerbaits. And then they came out with chatterbaits and other lures, and the spinnerbaits kind of lost some of its sexy. But the fish still love the spinnerbait, man. They still love it. I agree with you, Backlasher. Spinnerbaits will never die. So if you have not been throwing a spinnerbait, you need to pick one up and throw it. In fact, that tournament that I just fished up in Mississippi River, everybody up there was throwing swim jigs. The guy who won it was throwing a spinnerbait. How about that? The one color I got in monster bass was dingleberry. I saw your video, Steve. It was that dingleberry color looks good. I like that color. That's definitely a color I would use down here. Dingleberry. That's a nice color. My buddy caught his PB on a spinnerbait last week. I'm telling you, I can still remember I've caught a PB on a spinnerbait, and then I've subsequently caught other PBs that kind of did away with that. But I can still remember the first time I caught a 6-pound bass, and it was on a white spinnerbait right at dusk. And that 6-pounder just hammered it. Hammered it. So, anywho, here's something else that's kind of cool my wife picked up for me. I'll show you guys. She found this at a garage sale or something the other day. Largemouth bass and Wally. Not too bad. These are kind of cool. I'll stick them up in here somewhere, and that'll be fun. Here's another fun bait to throw this time of year. Mr. Bass, did you get your PFD repaired? Oh, yeah, George. No problem on that. It really, it malfunctioned. It exploded, but I don't know that, those valves, and all I did was take the cartridge out, roll it all up, put a new cartridge in, and it's fine. Mega Bass, Mag Draft. This one has a feather on it. I think this one's called the Mag Slowel. The Mag Slowel has a more subtle, more gentle movement in the water. It's made for cold water. So as the cold water temperature gets colder, that's when I start throwing the Mag Slowel. But while the water is still kind of warm like it is now, I'm just throwing the regular Mag Draft. This is a good lure this time of year, though. This is too big, though, for me right now. I'd be throwing a smaller one. Look at that thing. That's a nice color. We need a Mr. Bass box. You're not kidding, Paul. It'd be cool to have a Mr. Bass box. Gramps, this is huge. You're right. It's a beauty, though. I really like this magnetic hook. Maybe some of you guys have never thrown a mag draft, but it has this awesome hook that spins 360 degrees. And there's a magnet in here. That's why they call it a mag draft, mag for magnet. And you just put your hook up in there and the magnet holds it. And believe it or not, you can cast this thing a country mile and that hook does not pop out. It stays in there 9 times out of 10. Then you fish it, and when they slam it, the hook comes out, and man, this is a killer bait. The mag draft. Killer. Greg. Well, it's not huge for swim baits, but it's pretty big. I mean, this is kind of what a lot of guys throw. And some guys think this is big. Obviously, compared to one of these big honking deals here, like the iSlide 262, that's huge. That's still not as big as they come, though. That's a good color right there, isn't it? Man, that is a sick-looking bait. If you want to see somebody catch a lot of fish on this bait, go check out Oliver Nye's channel. That dude throws this a lot. He throws this a lot. No, you can catch bass on this, George, not just muskie. I mean, you could throw it out there if you want muskie to chew it to pieces, but that's a bass bait. That is a bass lure. See if I got any other big ones. The Clash is pretty big. They got that massive swim bait at Tackle Warehouse, the $1,400 swim bait we were talking about. That thing's almost 2 feet long, 21.5 inches. That's a big bait. That, I mean, think about that. That's 12 inches. 22.5 inches is like this. That's insane. I don't know how you'd even cast a bait like that. Yeah, Gramps, the Buka. Yeah, the $1,400 leather bait. Now, they've got some $500 leather baits as well that are only like 12 inches long. But here's the Bull Gill. This is a great little swim bait. This thing's only 3.75 inches long. It's a great lure. And then here's like a little bull shad. That's a nice one too. I was throwing the Bull Gill this weekend and didn't catch any fish on it. Most of the fish were hunkered around the bases of the tree. Oh, that reminds me. I got to update my score here. 628 plus 670 roughly is where I'm at on my fish count. I had a pretty good weekend. Caught about 45 fish this weekend. Went out with my buddy Dean. What is I would be divorced if I bought. Yeah, there's a lot of people who would be divorced if they bought a $1,400 bait backlasher. That's insane. That's really, really insane. Gramps, 3 fish. Well, it's going to turn. It'll turn like that. I don't know, man. We're having if you notice, I had to wear a little fleece today. It was pretty cold. It was like 50 degrees today. So the weather's turning. The weather is turning and the bite's going to change. It's going to change really quick here, real soon. Any of you guys subscribe to that Hendrix tackle box? My first one's coming here in the next couple of days. I'm wondering what'll be in it. Really? Steve's throwing the Duckett BD shad. Nice. Very nice. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I just wanted to show you my Bass Baits Monthly. What do you think about a live unboxing? How do you like that idea? If you like it, I think I'm going to keep doing that for a while and see. All right, Wednesday night, Mr. Bass, and get your fish on. We got Matt Herron, professional fisherman, elite angler. Should be fun. So join us 8 p.m. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we will have a good time with Matt Herron. All right, guys, I'm going to take off. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for watching the live stream. Smash that like button. Help me out. I would greatly appreciate it. We must talk about dunking and lunkers. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too, guys. If you hadn't been following that, the old Lunkers TV and Luke Duncan battling it out. Got to talk about that. That'll be fun. All right. See you, Matthew. See you guys. Have a good one. See you, Gramps, Steve. Bye.